Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. It is still Friday, going into Saturday morning. Still keeping track of fires and so forth. I thought we were out of the border to an alert section, which is not very big. And it turns out, no, we weren't. This is the website I had been checking, had been overloaded, so it wasn't keeping proper information anymore. So that's fun. So I am trying to get myself cozied up to go back to sleep. There is a bit of a flare-up. It looks like the 3 main fires closest to me have turned into 2, and they've been very active for the last couple hours. And looking like they're getting bigger. So that's fun. And I'm going to talk about my bag. So I needed 10 squares. And I had 6 of them in a darker gray. And then I had another 4 in a lighter gray, which works out perfectly. The top row is 3 in the front, 3 in the back. The bottom row is 2 full ones and 2 folded ones, so that works out really well. I wasn't even trying for that, and so I think it's going to work out looking very good. I am doing a single crochet border. I thought about doing one of the textured ones. I've seen a few tutorials in the last few days. They're really cute. However, in the black, and with my stress level the way it is right now, I'm just going to keep it easy and peasy and lemon squeezy. So we are just going to do a simple single crochet. Let me put my ring on. Oh my goodness. Just start going and think it's just always something. I was having the worst time. So I've already done the first set of joining. You want to make sure that I'm getting through, sorry. I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm not that good. I am not any Vago Day or some of the others out there that are so good at teaching others. I probably could with a little practice, but I still feel very much like I'm just reaching into being an intermediate crochet enthusiast. I've had a few people ask me why I'm not trying to sell anything right now, and lack of confidence, lack of experience. I'm hoping this is going to be the right way to join this bag and not turn it into a giant mess where I am extremely lost, because I don't want to be cutting it all over the place, but I may have to, and I'll just have to be a pro about it and weave in my ends. That's about it. Using the We Love yarn from the big pack I got from Hobie. Kind of want to try to see if I can stuff that into my one bag I have my yarn in. I want to stuff in so many of my yarns. I've got all my favorites, which is why my shelf is pretty empty. But then I've got my giant balls here, which I have about 8 or 9, and I'd really like to take those because I like my giant balls. They're amazing. Okay. So that is my folded one. So far, this is the front of the bag. Now I gotta decide, am I gonna go downward? Or should I go across? I think I'm gonna go downward. Yeah, I think that's gonna be my best bet here. So we're gonna take this one here and give it the fold. I folded it in half, right? There we go. I think what I'm going to do is the top part I'll do, I didn't go up and down. No, that's not going to work either. No, I'm doing the top one. Okay. I'm just winging it. Don't judge me. Go ahead, judge me. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. Alright. We are going to join these two in holy matrimony. Haha, just kidding. Wait a minute. I don't like the way this is lining up. You know what? I'm taking this all out. Because this did not line up the way I wanted. Hold on, one. Okay, so lesson learned again. Not the first time I've learned this lesson, but yeah. That's dark. That's dark. Light and light. Okay, so this is my folded one. Middle corner, two corners. Okay. I'm going to take my stitch markers. Which I knew I should have done this in the first place, right? One there. And one over here. Okay. There. Now it's going to be harder to not keep them lined up when I start stitching them together. Which I'll probably just have to do later. Okay. Flip you that way. So what I'm doing is I go like this, then I flip it. I don't just put it down and assume that I have it the right way, because I know myself. I get mixed up pretty easily when it comes to silly things like that. I knew I should have been doing it this way to start off, yet I did not. I failed myself. Oh, so disappointing. Just kidding, I'm fine. I'm used to doing stuff the most interesting way possible, which is fine. Alright, now we're going to flip. I'm going to fold it over. We got corner right to corner because we have two spaces in the corners. And I am going to tuck the ends and all that kind of stuff afterwards. So for sure that'll get done. Okay, nope. I want it going this way. So you're going to flip that way and you want to go. Would love to be able to move my camera so you could see exactly how I'm doing this. However, my camera's being a little bit picky. It's a tripod. I shrunk it down. And now I'm just having nothing but issues with it leaning that side forward. I just don't have it tight enough or something. And I'm just not in the mood to spend the rest of my little bit of time left being awake, fighting with it. Alright, so that's my whole bottom here. Okay, we should just flippy, flippy, flippy. Okay, and we go like that. Go there. You should probably put together like that, but no, I actually think this is okay. Alrighty. there is the bottom of the bag. And let me just straighten that up a little. Hey, stay close, please. Thank you. Bottom of the bag. That is actually a pretty good sized bag. I thought it was going to be way smaller, but you know, I guess not. Now we're going to go into this corner piece here, and we are going to join you and you. Alright, go up here and we go up and up. There we go. One with here. Alright. Now we'll grab that one. Good thing I got quite a few of these. Whew. Yeah, I should have done this beforehand. My bad. But, you know, you live and you learn. So, basically saw what I was going to be doing. Just this regular single crochet. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just do this part and then maybe make another small video of joining it. Sometimes it does help seeing other people make mistakes and you can learn from them. That's totally cool. Nothing wrong with making a mistake here and there. There you go, and that's going together just fine. Fine. And we are going to join you to you. So that's quite a bit in that one little corner there, but that is okay. It's a bit of a thicker yarn, so corners on this turned out to be quite a masterpiece. I did 3 single crochets in the corners to make them a little more squared off. I love the texture look. So that's amazing. And it's working out the way I wanted it to. Okay, so I wanted to go here, here, and here, all 3. And then and we put these 2 together. Okay. So far, that is an excellent size bag. I am very, very happy with how this is going to look. And you know what? Part of the whole joy of putting the whole thing together like this with your stitch counters instead of pins. My husband's not a big fan of me using pins in the house, which I understand. He stepped on a sewing needle when he was a little guy and it got stuck between 2 toes and nobody knew it was there, and he had to go to the hospital because he couldn't walk, and his parents thought he was just being a guy, and it turned out he had a big sewing needle between 2 of his toes, so he's really, really, really paranoid about it. Anytime he sees me with my needles, he's, oh, remember when I was a little guy, and then he goes off on it, and I don't blame him. That sounds super traumatizing and super painful. So I keep that in mind. Anytime I pull out needles, I'm so careful with them. So because this is probably not going to get all put together right now, it's going to be coffee time in a couple hours, so during coffee time, I'll definitely be giving this a go. And I kind of want to figure out how to... I saw a diagram where somebody was like going do, and they were a one piece to join everything. One yarn. I sound like Lord of the Rings, but okay. Okay. So I don't know how they did it. Like you go down and up and around and go this, and you can join everything. And I'm usually pretty good at these kind of things, and I just can't fathom it. So I'm thinking of starting maybe down here, going up, around. Then I'd be going up. Like it's just because I don't really want to have to do up here until I have what, maybe three rows, maybe 2 rows of black. I don't know. I'll know very soon. So thank you for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Bog while I struggle to figure out how to put together a granny square bag.